Hi, my name's Barrie Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our BMW M5, then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a V8 DCT 2012 on a 62 plate. Has done 71,374 miles. Fuel economy, urban 20.2 miles per gallon. Extra urban 37.2 miles per gallon. Combined is 28.5 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 4.3 seconds, a top speed of 155 miles per hour out of a 560 brake horsepower V8 32 valve engine. So it's a 560 brake horsepower rear wheel drive car. I'm up here on the fells. It's a bit icy, very wet and very cold. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, I'll tell you about the car. Got the high pressure headlamp wash, the nice BMW front end, front grille before they've gone mental, the low chin spoiler. Got the 5 split spoke, 20-inch dark silver and diamond cut BMW alloys, blue calipers. We just had these wheels fully refurbished and done properly. 2 new Michelins. I think they were on the back, I'm not sure, but I know we've had 2 new Michelins and the other ones are like new anyway. The nice chrome M5 little vent on the side there, D-chrome around the windows, gloss black B-pillars, rear privacy glass. We've got the tilt and slide glass sunroof, keyless lock, keyless entry, the shark fin aerial on the roof there, the discreet little boot spoiler here, almost looks like a normal 5 Series, but not quite. Power open, power close, boot lid. There's the little button there. We've got reversing camera in the back there, plenty of luggage space, and you can also shut your boot and lock the vehicle from that switch at the side there. So I just press that. Rear parking sensors, and then the rear splitter with the 4 exhausts that sound like thunder. Plenty of headroom in the back. It's nice and light with the sunroof there. Lovely leather seats. Rear child seats, Isofix anchor points, 3 inertia reel belts. We've got here rear armrest with a little container there, and also you've got cup holders, just fold out, nice and handy too. Lovely in the back, it really is. Doesn't look like it's been sat in. There's over mats. You've also got your kind of rear climate control switches there too, and it's all nice. It's lovely in the back. It's got child locks. Yet again, has rear child locks. What I forgot to tell you also, it's got there's little lights behind the handles here, so you can see where they are, and it's also got comfort close, soft close doors. I'll just take you for a ride in it. Blimey, glad to get in the car. That's the BMW key there, foot on the brake and start, and then of course you've got the that noise. So it's keyless ignition or keyless go, whatever you want to call it. Just get my coat off a little bit. I would have killed for one of these when I was younger. In fact, I did pay way over the odds to buy one a long time ago. It was off a It's come in at a garage, and I couldn't resist it, and I paid a fortune for it, but loved it. The all-important running service there, 1st of 10 2012 at 1,130 miles, I believe. If you don't have that, it is so important for some reason that they null and void the warranty. 1st of the 2nd 2014 at 15,244 miles, BMW. 6th of the 11th 2014, 29,539 miles, BMW. 2nd of the 2nd 2015 at 29,575 miles, BMW. I would imagine that it was part exchange there and then sold. 16th of the 2nd 2017 at 41,912 miles, BMW. 12th of the 11th 2018 at 57,115 miles, BMW. 13th of the 2nd 2019 at 58,787 miles, BMW. 14th of the 12th 2020 at 67,831 miles, BMW. 19th of the 2nd 2021 at 67,939 miles, BMW. And of course it's done 71,374 miles here. Let me just check. That tells you everything's okay on the dash. I think we might have a service book. So there you go. There's me calling BMW, because when it's on the digital service history, it just gives you a number, which means nothing. It's something like 0375 or whatever. It means nothing. So at least we've got a proper service book here. It's all stamped. There you go. Rybrook, Shrewsbury. So it's all the names of the BMW dealers. So that's good. Wow, the heated seat is nuclear. So this DCT gearbox there, that's in neutral. Knock it across for drive, knock it across again for sport or manual, and you can use it like so, which is rather pleasant. Just and then over and up like so for reverse. Oh, you reversing camera there as well. That's showing you the reversing camera. There's so many settings on this vehicle. On the way up I was messing about with them, and it really is, it's a rocket ship. And there seems to be all sorts of different buttons that you can press to put it in, well, possibly track mode or make it go faster or make it handle sharper. I'll try and show you them as we go along. Let's see, and we'll just put it in drive. As I say, it's very, very slippy. It's very rainy, or it was rainy. And we're in a 560 brake horsepower rear wheel drive car. So I have to try and remember, keep the shiny side up, especially around here. So we've got 2-position electric memory seats, power folding door mirrors, this checker plate finish on the dash, the door cards. Listen, hang on, let me put the back window down, hang on. Rev limiter. There we go. Put the window up now because it's buffeting. Please, what a noise! Really, what a noise from that engine. It's fantastic. So it's probably my favourite BMW. It's probably my favourite before they started going a bit weird at the front and so on. The engine's superb. Let me just see if you can see in the front screen there, it's got heads-up display, and then when I change it, when I hit one of these buttons, there you go, it changes, and you've got the rev. You've got the rev counter, the speed limit of the road you're on, the gear you're in, and then the digital speed that you're doing, which is brilliant. I mean, that is very, very good. I don't have to look down at all here. As I say, there's so many things that you can set, or different buttons you can use to change. For instance, you've got these two buttons here. There's let's see, that's M1, that's M2, that's back in drive, which is where I like it. You've got this button here, you can click that and you can see there at the side of drive going up and down, and you can see the rev counter shooting up. Then you've got, let's see, we're coming up to certain death corner, so I need to be careful here, or around here. But you've got option, click on option. Option, vehicle information, settings. And there you go, settings. You've got M drive, M1, M drive 2, go back in M drive 1, and that tells you what you've got set and how you've got it set up. If you don't want to do that, you've then got all the individual settings here. So down there, and that's the steering, and you can change the steering from Sport Plus to Comfort, and then the next one, shock absorbers. And then your steering. But as I say, I mean, I'm quite happy just with it in drive. Knock that back, and then we'll get ready for a certain death corner. There we go. Just never get tired of that engine. So as I say, all the tyres are good. We've just had the wheels refurbished, so they're like new. They're not just cocked up on the outside. They've been stripped and dipped and baked. I'll just put it in one again. So click that on. There's a surge straight away. 295 tyres on the back, slightly narrower on the front. Oh, but listen to that. That's just awesome, and it's as fast as I'm going to go today, because it's just asking for trouble on this road. There'll be, the farmers will have been in and out as well, so there'll be mud all over the place. Car's lovely. And again, I can only apologise because the photographs won't do it justice. It's a really, really nice, clean car. But from our base, from our garage to here, it's 25-30 miles, depending on which way I come. The roads were nasty this morning. The roads are around here are muddy, and there's spray all up the car, so it's taking the shine off it. But it's just a lovely car. When you first jump in it, well, when I first jumped in it, I thought, this is a bit harsh. And then when you've done a few miles in it, it's fine. See that? As soon as what have I got it in here? I've got it in M2. Now I want to get it out of that, because just touching that, touching the accelerator in the middle of that corner, it really gave a huge push. Not gentle at all. You can't kind of feather the throttle. It's on or off. So if there'd been any ice about there, I'd have been keeping the sheep company. It's wild. I just love that noise. So the sat nav. There you go, that's the sat nav. Just dial it out a bit, hopefully. Oh, I dialed it in a bit. Oh, look at the roads. I'm gonna have to stop coming up here now. It's too bad for the cars. It's filthy. Even them Michelin's picking up every bit of gravel. They're like, obviously, super sticky tyres. Now there's a big pothole around here somewhere. There's a Mrs. Pheasant. The funny thing is, you always meet, whenever there's a pothole in the road, you always meet a car coming the other way where you can't turn out of it. Now, many of you will know that I don't like BMWs, but I like this one. That engine's superb. The steering just on normal is fantastic. I always think when you put them into Sport and Sport Plus, it just takes the feel of the road away. I like to be able to feel where the tyres are going and how much grip I think it's got, not an artificial feel. Not that I drive fast, because I don't. But say that the heads-up display there is really good. I think I'd probably get tired of looking at that, but obviously if you're on a track day, you've got the Rev Counter there as well, and you don't hit the rev limiter like wild. Hopefully this my jacket creaking on this chair won't come through the microphones, but it's all I can hear. Now there is, where is it? Where's that pothole? It's a terrible one. We, funnily enough, we had a customer a couple of weeks ago, and he left a deposit on a Mercedes E-Class, beautiful car, and then we got it ready, we had it cleaned, and it was all ready for him to pick up. And then he came in and he said, has this car got a full-size spare wheel? And I said, none of them have these days. Well, he says, my wife doesn't like that. And he says she won't go in a car that hasn't got a spare wheel. So, being a salesman, I tried to overcome it by telling him something like, I think that your expected lifespan on a hard shoulder is about the same that the rear tail gunner in a Lancaster bomber was during the Second World War. It's not good at all. You know, if you're on the motorway, you don't want to be changing tyres at the side of the road, because I don't know what happens, but lorry drivers seem to aim for you. So I tried to. Anyway, he wouldn't have it. He wouldn't have it at all. He just didn't. His wife wouldn't get in the car. So we gave him his deposit back, and I'm thinking, well, you know, fancy that. And then I've not had a puncture for years, and then last week I had two. So I don't know. It's one of those things. But anyway, I'm avoiding the potholes here. One of the punctures I had was when I was coming back from here, and a guy in a van came round. It was only a shallow curve, but he was texting. He wasn't even looking at the road till the last second, and then he looked up and he came over my side of the road. I had to move right the way over. There was no tarmac, a bit like it is here. There's no tarmac. I was doing about 40 miles an hour, and it burst a tyre. So I was cursing. But anyway, I'm very, very careful at the moment. And then about a week later, in a brand new tyre, I've got a flipping bolt in it. 13mm bolt. The road here is... it has been weather's been very bad over the last few days. Gales and trees down, and things blown over. You know, if you could just guarantee you weren't going to slide off into a big ravine, this would be the road. And you knew there wasn't going to be a sheep round the corner laying in wait for you. This car, by the way, it's not been cleaned yet. It's just as it came in, fortunately, because I've really dirtied it up today. But here you go, this BMW, this bridge here, you're going off to the right and then it immediately goes left and you're on a humpback. So your car momentarily goes weightless, and then you have to turn across. You know, if you're going too fast there. But this is a great car. It's one of those cars that when you're doing 30 miles an hour in it, you feel like you're doing 70, but if you were doing 150, you'd still feel like you were doing 70. Certain death corner too. Yeah, unless we have a Indian summer, I don't think I'll be coming up here till for a couple of months, and especially seeing as the burger van's not here. Got a good heater in it, I'll say that. So that noise. Can you get through there? You got plenty of room this side. You're welcome, by the way. Get a river coming across here. A water splash. Come on, Mr. Pheasant. Come on, out of the way. Unless you want to be a hood ornament. So that's a fantastic car. Lot of fun. Paddle shift, we've got cruise control. The car's just absolutely fantastic. Lots of fun, and to be fair, great value for money. Thanks for watching.